We see soil as our foundation of what we do here. It's the crux of everything, and carbon's a great indicator of the health of that soil.
So Bonnie Doon's a 20,000 acre beef grazing property, organic certified, west of Monto in the beautiful North Burnett region. In 2016, we signed up with the Australian Government Clean Energy Regulator Soil Carbon Project. And the reason that we signed up with the project was to better understand what our management practices were doing in relation to the actual soil carbon. Our main mission at Bonnie Doon is Earth First, and all of our decisions and all our practices are focusing on the environment. It's the highest priority.
We run a breeding, fattening, organic enterprise here between 2,000 and 4,000 head, finishing cattle to the export market and domestic, and we also have a direct selling online product also.
From 2016 to 2021, we implemented a lot more fences and watering points and increased our grazing, and we use a method called time control grazing, where it's resting the pastures, pruning the roots and really stimulating the carbon cycle and the nutrient cycle.
Being first was a little bit daunting. It's quite expensive to measure across the place, and we have to have confidence that it's going to eventually work out, and it did work well. It worked beyond our wildest dreams. The results have been quite amazing.
Following our second measurement in 2021 and some various audits and deep checking of the data and our practice changes, we were issued more than 90,000 Australian carbon credit units. And so we're currently in a discernment process of how we collaborate with an organisation, or we sell the carbon credits or inset them. It's still a very new journey for us, and we're exploring it.
And it's certainly become evident that it's another production model for our business, and the opportunity to be able to level out those dips and highs in our income is quite reassuring. So in those drought years, we've got some carbon credits we can sell. That's going to be quite helpful. For every kilo of beef that someone eats off this property, we're sequestering 200 kilos of carbon dioxide out of the atmosphere. So we can actually be part of the movement to help the climate through red meat production, and this is a great story that we can share with our consumer.
I'm a carbon farming advisor with CarbonLink, basically providing advice and guidance to farmers coming on board to investigate a carbon project.
So CarbonLink is our aggregator and project manager. So there was some really in-depth mapping and soil research as to where we were at in 2016, and then again in 2021 we were able to measure again and compare the results to establish how much carbon we'd sequestered over that time.
Sequestration is essentially as carbon goes in and then comes back out, we just leave a little bit behind each time. Each time we go through that cycle, we're leaving a little bit behind, whether we're storing that in soils or in our vegetation. It has a range of benefits, namely you have increased water retention, increased nutrient availability. We also have increased soil structure, and that increases the water penetration and reduces your runoff.
They also carried out all of the administrative and documentation required. What we had to do and continue to do is providing evidence and information and managing our business as usual and focusing on the practice change, which means as a farmer we do what we're best at, and CarbonLink do what they're best at with the administration and the project management.
When we get dry seasons and droughts, we go into those droughts slower, and we're coming out of them a lot quicker. So that just goes hand in hand. You know, a well-performing carbon project is a good performing beef business also.